Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I'm at my favorite Lego store. This is Bricks and Minifigures in Midtown Phoenix, and we had a Lego build event, and I ended up downsizing. I unfortunately, with great sadness, I had to take apart my original build and downsize a little bit. But I got the entire palace now, and I'm gonna look for some decorative pieces to use as the roofs and also the garden. And it's starting to take shape, and I'm really excited because I'm gonna be submitting to Lego Ideas as soon as I finalize everything. I learned about a piece of software that I could use to also put this together, but I wanted to kind of see it physically first. I'm kind of improvising a lot. You can see some of the Lego pieces aren't exactly the right size that would be ideal, but I wanted to get the ratios right. Unfortunately, it is not as easy as you would think to find a blueprint for the Palace of Science and Culture. The only copy I found was handwritten, it was written in Polish, and the units were kind of awkward all over the place. Right, they weren't metric or imperial units. So they had weird names for units, and I asked a friend to go there to check for me the floors, but even the layout was kind of tricky. So I don't know if she got the right floor. I kind of then did the ratios of the floors and as best as I could. And this is as best as I used Google Maps to kind of compare this to various other streets to get the distances. That's the best I could do at the moment. It's a good start. I was impressed at how well the ratios turned out, just judging by the number of floors in each section and judging by the Google Maps of the number of feet and all that. And it was pretty good. But continue to pray for me. My inspiration for wanting to hit it big, I'm kind of shooting for the moon with Lego ideas for two reasons. Number one, if I shoot for the moon and I don't end up there, there's always a chance I can network with the right people, right? If I have an impressive piece. Number two, if I end up getting to the moon, I talked about in a couple videos today, I talked about a big frustration I have with my work. It has nothing to do with the job itself, but go watch my last video. It's about a clock ticking relentlessly. It's a concept that even though you might work 40 hours a week, the clock ticks 168 hours during the week. Right? Go watch that video. I don't want to repeat the entire concept over again. And there are a lot of things that bother me from time to time at work, right? For example, my first day on the job at CAC, I was talking to a colleague of mine. It was a very important conversation. He was an important person in my work there, but he was drinking a coffee and the noise really bothered me. And as I was talking to him, I was looking at his coffee. God, when are you going to finish that coffee? When are you going to finish that coffee? It was agonizing to watch and have to listen to that. And my after I left the meeting, my first thought to myself was, I can't live with that until I'm 65 years old. I need to jump out of that. And so that's when I decided to really ramp up my art career, really ramp up of just shooting for the moon everywhere that I can, whether it be with art, whether it be with investments, just shoot for the moon, right? So I bought four more medals to add to my portfolio since that meeting that day. Niobium. What else did I add? It was I've been adding medals left and right in my portfolio, and also making a lot of art. Just shoot for the moon and and try to get somewhere, even if I don't end up at the moon, right? I'll never forget that coffee. I was watching the coffee and I was looking at the level of the coffee in his cup. I'm not joking when I say that. Just when is this coffee going to be done? Almost like if you're downloading a large file, right? You're watching that progress bar, right? I was watching that coffee almost like it was that, right? And it was agonizing, much more so than if I were downloading a movie that I might like and it's taking a long time, right? I can deal with that, but having to watch when is that painful noise going to end? And I'll never forget that. Every time I find myself not going for my dreams, I remember that coffee. I remember the relentless clock ticking noises, right? and all that, right? And then I shoot for my dream, right? And I buy as many medals as I can. I hope to end the year with every medal that is safe to own, right? At least some amount of it, right? This is the Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum.